everybody. It's absolutely brilliant to be here tonight, taking part in the Northern Lights sessions here in the Floorfield Arts Centre. And it just so happens to be Ulster Scots Language Week for Bali. So we're going to be doing a wee bit of Ulster Scots stuff tonight. And I'm assuming that if you're sitting here at home listening to us or watching us right now, that you have nothing today. And I happen to, I've got a wee song all about what today if you get nothing about a day. For that's what I day, I've had nothing a day. Day nothing I've had nothing a day. Nothing I've had nothing a day, that's what I day, I've had nothing a day. So what would ye day, what a day? For that's what a day what ye day. Aye, that's what a day what ye day. So what would ye day, what a day? For we nothing a day, there's nothing a day. We nothing a day, there's nothing a day. We nothing a day, there's nothing a day. But lull a wee jig, there's nothing a day. Deedle-dee, addle-dee, umpty-dee, daddle-dee, hey-dle-dee, umpty-dee, deedle-um-day. Hey, umpty-dee, deedle-um, daddle-dee, hey-dle-dee, umpty-dee, deedle-um-day. Hey, umpty-dee, deedle-um-day. Hey, umpty-dee, deedle-um-day. Hey, that's what day, none the day, none the vibe, none the day, none the vibe, none the day, that's what day, none the day, none the vibe, none the day, so what you day, we day, that's what day, we day, that's what day, we day, so what you day, none the day, definitely after that, none the day, or something like that. There's a wee tune there, John. What about open the door?
Right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Forgot to tell you, this here is John Trotter, and this boy here is Ian Burrows, and I'm Willie Drennan. And we find it all very strange, this sort of virtual reality that we're in now, and I'm sure you find it very odd as well. But it's not. I don't think it's just as bad for us, because we've been living our own sort of wee virtual reality for a long, long time anyway. So we're figuring out how to adapt to it, and we're sort of tuning into the fact that there is an audience out there beyond that camera. There's an audience out there, and you see, if you don't clap and if you don't sing along with us in the choruses, and you don't laugh at Ian's jokes, we'll know all about it. So we will. So anyway, you see, when we're out doing our concerts on stage all over the country, and hopefully some day in the near future we'll get to do it again in front of real live audiences. You think is that possible?
Very possible.
So, when we do, we always include a wee bit about Robbie Burns. Recently, I've been doing some other virtual reality films, and I've mentioned the Ulster Scots Weaver poets, but they were all influenced by this boy across the Shuck in Scotland, Mr. Robbie Burns. And I've got a wee poem all about him because, you see, he is acknowledged here as one of the greatest influencers. Mm-hmm. That sounds like a big bit like a flute, doesn't it? You know? One of the folk who have inspired the cultural traditions of this side of the Shuck. And the wee poem all about him goes something like, "It's 1200 year Iron Mare since he writ his words to an air. And his words are rhyme, we're 50 mine, for 1200 year and our lang syne. There's buddies with screeve and scribble, some in sense and some in dribble. Buddies stringing words together to make a point or just in blather. But gay few put it earthly wheel, for the heart and way the feel, as Burns did back in 1700. We talking about things that he thought wrong and singing the love through poem and song, of mice and men and girls among barley rigs, and making fun of others he thought were legs. He seen to yunt the good and the great, and the dutiful days of kirk and state. And for all the wee things he thought recht, words a lacht, a port say brecht. Aye, it's 1200 year I and Mayor says he rat his words to an air, and his words are rhyme, we're 50 mine, for 1200 year and our lang syne.
1, 2, 3, 4.
A buddy need a buddy cry. Jenny's a whipper buddy, Jenny seldom cries. She's straggled her petty cuddy coming through the rye. Buddy need a buddy cry. Jenny's a whipper buddy, Jenny seldom cries. She's straggled her petty cuddy coming through the rye. Thank you very much for applauding there. We really appreciate it, you know. It keeps us going, you know. Yeah. And I know it's not very few people have switched off since we started. That's a good thing, you know. I want to see more people switching in. How you doing out there, Jimmy? We'll do one more wee number for your Robbie Burns. Sometimes we could actually do a whole show. Do a whole hour show in Robbie Burns. We're not going to do that tonight, but maybe in January we will be doing that. And we'll let you know about it. Parcel of Rogues. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that flute. Where are you playing here? I'm on the whistle. Okay. This is a wooden flute. Maybe Davy Angus. So, huh?
2 flutes versus a fiddle. Right. 1, 2, 3.
That was a wee tune that Robbie Burns collected for the Scots Musical Museum, and he used it for one of his sort of political poems called A Parcel of Rogues. We just play that because it's a beautiful air, you know. Don't we? Just because it's beautiful air. That's the only reason why we play that tune. What about an accordion piece with the
border pipes?
Are these the border pipes you're
Aye.
playing now? Aye. What? Waterloo?
Waterloo.
Aye.
Who wrote that? Battle of Waterloo.
Oh, I'm not sure, John.
We done.
I think probably we done with MacLeod. Yeah, I think so.
I want to do a wee song now that makes reference to the north coast where we are right now. And it's a wee song actually that I have included in a wee CD called Willie Drennan and Lockdown that I recorded on my very own when I couldn't play music with these boys here. I did it at home.
We missed you, Willie. We missed you.
Well, I miss you. I had to do this on a wee recording machine at home and pretend that the band was playing with me. I had to do all these different tracks all myself. You know, it was hard work, I
Must
tell
have
you.
been easy.
So, one of the songs on there is called the Bally Who Song. And this was inspired by a wee job I had a couple of years ago. I was entertaining and guiding a bunch of Canadian hikers all around the Antrim coast. And some of them have never been, I don't think any of them have ever been in Northern Ireland before. And one of the first things they asked me was, why are there so many places around here called Bally? And I explained, well, Bally's an old Irish word for town or for settlement or something like that there. And I told them the wee rhyme that I learned when I was away went, if you weren't so Ballymena with your Bally money, you could get a Bally Castle for your Bally home. And they thought this was great. And I explained to them in that situation, Bally can mean anything you want, you know. So started making up wee verses. And by the end of the week, we were singing this wee song together. And then I elaborated on it and wrote a wee more verses and changed it a wee bit. And realised that this song is actually, it's a song that brings in all the different languages and all the different dialects of Northern Ireland. So, because folk here are multi-linguists and they don't even know it, you know. So there's a bit of Irish and Scots Gaelic and there's Ulster Scots and there's English and there's bad English and good English, and there's colloquialisms, and there's dialect, and there's all kinds of things in there, and a wee bit of rhyming just for thrown in for good measure. And I don't think we've ever done this before, have we? If you worked a Ballymena with your Bally money, you'd get a Bally Castle for your Bally home. There's a Bally Who near your Bally everywhere. A Bally here and a Bally Clare. When you go for a dinner in the north of you can Bally boogie till your Bally Rasheen. Bally boogie, ball and toy, port, ball and tray. Bally boogie down the Giant's Causeway. If you weren't so Ballymena with your Bally money, you'd get a Bally Castle for your Bally home. There is a Bally Who near Bally everywhere. A Bally here and a Bally Clare. Have you ever been to the Bally Belfast? Did you ever Bally head more? Did you meet your man the Bally Morphy? Or have you never even Bally been? If you went to Ballymena with your Bally money, you'd get a Bally Castle for your Bally home. There is a Bally Who near your Bally everywhere. A Bally here and a Bally Clare. A Bally Who near your Bally everywhere. A Bally here and a Bally Clare. Aye.
Oh man.
Did you see me set up there? There is a wee mere voices for that, but we'll spare you that tonight. That's enough for one night. You know. Bally Who, by the way, that's an English word. It just means a load of nonsense. But you see that these songs not a load of nonsense at all. There's all kinds of profundities in there. Aye. So I think I've got a wee sort of. We don't usually bother with set list, but I thought we always change it. Anyway, I scored things out. But the next thing I see here is we're going to America.
Aye.
Anybody want to go on a virtual trip over to America now? You know, all you do is just close your eyes and use your imagination. That's pretty much what we have to do about everything nowadays, don't we? And we always like to do a wheen of songs and tunes related to the fact that thousands of folk left here in the 1700s and went out to North America. Some of them would sailed out of Coleraine, apparently.
Oh, a lot
Right.
of Coleraine.
And literally thousands, and they settled in the Appalachian Mountains at first, and they became known as the Scotch Irish. And when they started playing their fiddle music, then they were called hillbillies. We'll play a wee
They took
tune.
the fiddles over with them because they travelled well. Very easy to pack a fiddle, piano or whatever, you know. Bagpipes travelled rightly too. There was a lot of them about. And the sort of mid and southern states, that's where they all finished. There was a lot of them in Pennsylvania too. But anyway, and this was a freedom thing they were doing, you know, and their newfound freedom, the music changed a bit. That and the recipe that they took with them for making whiskey.
I think that maybe a lot to do with it.
They didn't neglect that too much either.
A lot of them came from Bushmills, didn't they?
Aye, well, Marshmallows. So anyway, the music changed. It became mountain music, which was the forerunner of what they call country and western music today. And you could safely say that our people invented it, maybe not 100%, but about 99%.
That's near enough.
So a little example, maybe when you hear an Irish act singing a country song, or an American, and there's a little interlude in the middle goes. Well, if you hear the phrasing in that, and if you take the double stopping out and just play the melody, it's you're actually listening to a Scottish strathspey. So, okay, we'll play a wee reel now, Willie. What do you think? And two moods. I'll do a wee commercial here. The first one is at the pace of a dander. Now, Willie, you did a dander on TV, didn't you?
That was a long, long time ago. I don't know if I know how to
It's
dander anymore.
never to be forgotten, you know. So anyway, we'll do it at the pace of a man taking a dander along the road, or in italics and inverted commas, a dander Willie Drennan. So, and then we'll play it the way it happened when the whiskey kicked in the Appalachians, the soldier's joy. One, two.
Aye, powerful stuff that moonshine, isn't it? We don't need any though. We don't need it.
Already.
Was that enough for America? Maybe sometime again we'll take you on a big, longer trip over to America. You can't get the problem. See, we go to America now. You have to do it this way, sort of in a virtual reality, because we go in real terms. You have to stay. You have to stay for a while, and then you have to quarantine. You have to quarantine as well.
At least, aye. So. There's a wee song, one more wee song from that CD, because I was thinking about, I'll maybe do it on the mandolin now. I was thinking about the lockdown, and all spring, folk were kept in their houses, and it was a time when people really missed family and missed friends, and folk missed their girlfriends, and girls missed their boyfriends and all that sort of thing, and
it was a very, very difficult time for a lot of people. So I adapted a wee song that everybody knows, a song that I learned when I was away, and I think I learned from my granny. I think she got it from her granny. Everybody watching this tonight will know this wee song, so we want to hear you sing along, okay? And the chorus, it's goes like this. Whatever happened to this world that we live in? Whatever happened to this world so free? Whatever happened to this world that we live in? Can someone explain it to me? For my Bonnie's not over the ocean, she's not even over the sea. She's right there just over the river, but together we can never be. Oh, bring back, oh, bring back, oh, bring back my Bonnie to me, to me. Bring back, oh, bring back, oh, bring back my Bonnie to me. Short and sweet. Very soon this whole lockdown thing will be over. What do you think?
Hope so.
It's good that we can still get to play music, isn't it? You know. So, there's a wee song. I'd like to get everybody on the other side of that camera involved. And what about doing the wee Lilton song?
Aye.
Everybody Lilton along that. I think could we? Aye. Would you spend to doing a wee bit of Lilton? Oh, Dave, our cameraman, he's going to be into it anyway. So can you get everybody else behind the camera there to get into it too?
Of course I will, why?
Good man, David. Good man. Because it's very important. You see, this song will not work if they don't.
No, it won't.
It'll just fall totally flat, won't it? You see, in days gone by, this is what folk did. We didn't have an instrument, and they would lilt out the tunes. They would go, what about Flowers of Edinburgh?
Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
And they would go up and live about to the country dances to that, you know, and the fiddler didn't show up.
Oh, no.
They would,
Well, what they would have done actually, they'd put people in bales of hay. They made girls at the top, you know, for the treble sound, and the men at the bottom for the bassy sound. But they all sang the melody, and it come out right and well.
I didn't know it was that organised. That's weird.
Aye.
Aye.
Oh, aye.
Well, how about that wee tune we do with the Lilton and bring in the...
It's called The Rose Tree.
Aye.
It's like one of those songs that people know and didn't know they know.
Well, I knew a long time before I knew what the name of the tune was.
Well, okay, we'll give it a go then.
Aye, fiddles.
Aye.
Right.
So we'll play her through first, and then we'll ask everybody to sing.
Aye.
Right? 1, 2, 3.
too bad.
I don't know the way there.
This is almost as good as the real thing, isn't it? The only thing about the night is that Ian normally tells the jokes, you see, on stage, but he said he didn't want to tell jokes tonight because there was no audience, because you see, all it takes is just one person in the audience to laugh, and then everybody else laughs.
I don't want to tell any jokes if nobody's going to laugh, you know.
And see, there's one night, it usually works, almost always somebody would laugh, so everybody would laugh, you know. And then one night nobody laughed, so ever since that, Ian always tries to get some of his family members and his friends in the audience just to, and he just tells them when they laugh, you know, but I don't think we can pull that off tonight.
No.
But we're here in Port Stewart, and every year, one of our biggest gigs of the year, for 15 years in a row, was the Red Seals Festival. And we're booked next year, 2021, for I think it's the last Wednesday night in July. So we'll see some of you there, hopefully. And it's always an absolutely brilliant night, and we usually finish it up with singing the Red Seals song, because that's what the festival is called after. Jimmy Kennedy, wasn't it?
Jimmy Kennedy.
James Kennedy, he wrote this song when he was sitting, I don't know if that's true or not, apparently he was sitting on the promenade there one night in Port Stewart, licking his Morelli's ice cream, and he saw this boat with a seal out there, and the sun was sinking down, and it lit up the seals red, and he wrote this song for his sweetheart, you know, that he was missing at the time. And it's been recorded by all kinds of famous people. The Frank Sinatra and all those boys, they've done.
Bing Crosby.
Bing Crosby.
Willie, what's the difference between Bing
Oh,
Crosby?
wait, but this is one of your jokes. You know,
That's one of my jokes, yeah.
Right, look, no, we'll go
give
for
us
it.
a-
Hey,
give us a-
tell you what, David, see if I we always do this joke, you know, at the Red Seals Festival. So we're going to do it now. If I give you the wee thumbs up, will you laugh? And get everybody else right. Right, we'll go for it. Right, so,
Right, Willie. Yeah.
like Bing Crosby was saying.
Yeah. So what's the difference between Bing Crosby and Walt Disney?
I have no idea. What is the difference?
Well, Bing sings, but Walt Disney.
Reminds me of the Laughing Sailor and Barry's in Port Rush, you know. Got everybody laughing, you know, without fail. He didn't even say a word, he just laughed. Okay. Anyway, are you going to sing us a wee verse of...
Yeah, we'll do a short and sweet version of Red Sails in the Sunset. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Red sails in the sunset, way out on the sea. Oh, carry my loved one home safely to me. She sailed at the dawning, all day I've been blue. Red sails in the sunset, I'm trusting you. Swift wings you must borrow, head straight for the shore. We marry tomorrow, she goes sailing no more. Red sails in the sunset, way out on the sea.
You were singing along to that as well.
Oh my, yeah.
And they laughed.
The laugh too, yeah.
Amazing. I think we pulled that off, and there you go. Well, it's we're coming just to the end of our wee set. I hope you've enjoyed our wee contribution to the Northern Lights sessions and to the Ulster Scots Week. And we'll be looking forward to seeing some of you in the real live concert next time we're in Port Stewart, the Red Seals. If not before that, you never know. We've got another gig coming up in Port Rush in June as well.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, so it's just around the coast a wee bit. So we're going to finish up now with we're going to experiment with this anyway, because we're inside this small space now. I didn't bring my big lambeg drum because it's just it could work in a space like this here if there was 100 folks sitting there to observe the sound, but indoors the big lambeg drum doesn't work that well unless there is a big full house. The lambeg drum works absolutely brilliant if you're playing it from about 2 miles away. If somebody's playing from 2 miles away, it sounds great, and not so good when you're playing it at close up or you're trying to film it. You think it's going to work, David?
It'll work fine.
Right, so we're going to play it in the wee toy. This is just a wee toy lambeg, a wee baby lambeg. We're going to try. I'm going to play it nice and quick. I'm going to play the bass sticks at first. That's what Black Bear, right?
Black Bear, yeah.
So has anybody got any questions before we go? Anybody like to ask? Then no, that's good. Everybody happy?
Anybody want to buy any CDs?
Can I get a plug?
Well, go on there.
Have you gone to the website?
Go to the website.
WillieDrennan.org, and I'll tell you all about it. But,
Yeah, MP3 downloads.
And I would like to thank the Causeway Coast and Glens Council for inviting us along here. We very, very much appreciate it, and I hope you've enjoyed our wee session.
Encore. We weren't anticipating an encore.
Oh, an encore!
Okay,
A
yes.
virtual encore.
So last time remember the last time we were off the stage and
We were not really ballerina before.
we usually ask for an encore, but we weren't expecting one tonight, that's for sure.
So we will do one more wee number. Tell me, Mash. Right, hold on, I'll get this drum here. We're going to do this in one condition, but you sing along to this as well, because everybody knows this wee song. See, anywhere I've been in the world, remember we were in America, we were singing this, and everybody knew it, the audience in America knew it. England, Scotland, down south, they all know this wee song. So no excuses. I don't want anybody sitting out there not to be singing along. We'll know, won't we? We'll hear about it. Oh, tell me, Ma, when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. They pulled my hair and stole my comb, but that's alright till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she's the belle of Belfast City. She is curtain 1, 2, 3. Please, when you tell me who is she? He says he loves her, all the boys are fighting for. Knock on the door and they ring the bell. Oh, my true love, fare you well. Out she comes as white as snow, rings on her fingers and bells on her toes. Out Johnny Morley says she'll die if she doesn't get her fellow with her own. Tell me, Ma, when I go home, the boys won't leave the girls alone. They pulled my hair and stole my comb, that's alright till I go home. She is handsome, she is pretty, she is the best. of Belfast City. She is a curtain, a 1, 2, 3. Please, won't you tell me who is she? Let the wind and the rain and the hail blow high, and the snow come tumbling from the sky. She's as sweet as